Thank you.
Start.
Fine.
This is something that I learned later, like video editing and all that stuff. We do ourselves. Okay, awesome. So thank you so much for joining Guftgu with Diksha. Thank you, ma'am, for आपने हमें अपना valuable समय दिया और आप खुद यहाँ पे आए, which is really amazing. So tell me more about your journey. Like आप इतने successful हो, आपने achieve किया, despite being the fact that लोग लड़के को बोलते हैं तो तुमसे कुछ नहीं होता and stuff like that. So you have faced a lot of challenges in your life. So these 10 minutes is all your time. Tell me your journey. आपके लाइफ में कोई challenges आए, आपने overcome कैसे किया, and everything all about you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Diksha, for having me here. And it is really fantastic to be here, and I feel really great to be part of this podcast because I think this is one of my first, and I think I'm really excited to go through this. So it has been a wonderful journey, Diksha. There have been a lot of downs as well as ups. So to start with, I'll start with my schooling. Mom had been in a transferable job, so I had to be moved from one place to the other. So after that, we finally moved to Guwahati, which is Assam, my place from where I come from. And there were issues in terms of my mom not getting the transfer, and then she forcefully came to Guwahati because she was posted in Dhubri. But for the kids, she came down to Guwahati, and we started going to school there. And we somehow, cracked. I had never any direction because, we are from a very middle class family, and the support that I have got is from my mom. My father always wanted me to be a businesswoman, and he always had this thing in his mind that I would be doing something with him in the time to come. But I had some other dreams. I always wanted to be in the corporate sector. I never knew that how the corporate sector looks like because I used to see it in the movies. Finally, I started from the class 8th. I started doing modeling because I was towards the glamour side of my personality. So my mom used to, tell me that these are good opportunities. I think I can support you. So she was a government servant, and she supported me into getting into the modeling role, and then she used to accompany me to different places. I did those fashion shows, never took part in any contest or something like that. Then got an opportunity to act, just a little bit as a side role. In an Assamese movie though.
Okay.
That's a regional movie.
Okay.
So she was there with me throughout as a support again because she knows, she's familiar how a girl needs to go out and break the stereotype. My father always wanted me to be in the business with him, but we never thought of any idea at that point. Okay. Now coming to the modeling part, when I did few of the shows in IIT Guwahati, then Silchar, and then with Sentinel Group, I was in class 9, 10th at that time, and by 11th, 12th, I started working. I started earning my own money and did small jobs. Diksha, the opportunities were very less, but for me, it was a big opportunity because I was studying at the same time. I had the opportunity to earn because I already got the earning thing from the modeling part. My father said that I see that you have potential, and I think you can again come back to me in the business in the time to come. So I am not in favor of you doing the modeling stuff and going into the acting industry. I would like you to go out, study, and come back. I said, fair enough. Let me go for it.
Okay.
Then I went to Ajmer. I studied from Sophia College, 3 golden years, and was staying in a PG and did my college. Then it was time for me to pass the college because graduation time. So I again had a conversation with my father that, now is the time when I have to stand up on my feet. He says, you have to come back to Guwahati and stay with me. So that we can, by the time we have started a business called Brahmajal. Brahmajal is our own business where my father and myself, we have got into creating a water treatment plant.
Wow.
So I got this idea because there was one organization where they were selling the water treatment plant, and they were, attaching those to the overhead tanks of people, the individual houses. So I told my father that, before going to Ajmer, that why can't we build something which will have water supply throughout Guwahati. So that's when my father was a contractor, by the way. He used to make those architects, and he used to build those, get into those construction business. So he immediately, it clicked his mind, and he said that yes, we can do that. Why can't we do that? Because we see that there are issues in Guwahati in terms of, water being scarce, and people have their individual filters.
So that's your idea.
Yeah. So
amazing.
So what happened? We submitted this project to the government, and they gave us a plot just in the river bank of Brahmaputra, which is behind Guwahati High Court. And there we got the plot. My father took a loan, and he started his business. And in parallel, I was in Ajmer doing my studies. So I gave him the idea, he started the business, and then I was in Ajmer. Completed my graduation. Then I told him, you have started something, let me also explore some of the things that I can do. I will go to Delhi and start earning. So he said, fair, whatever amount of money you have right now, that is the amount, I'm not going to support you. I said, no worries, let me go and try. Okay, so I had only 5K in my hand, and I came to Delhi. I started working in a DSA. 2-3 months I slogged, took the public transport, and I used to come back. But early morning I used to go, night 9:30 I used to reach home. That's how I started my career. 2-3 months, it was too much. I got an offer. I just completed my graduation then, and I got an offer from the organization, and I joined. So that's where I started. In just 15 months, I became a trainer, and then from there I became a training lead, and then I moved into operations. Then I worked as TL, team lead operations, and eventually there were a lot of opportunities. I also got promoted during the time, and somehow business came down, like it ramped down. So I applied for HR through an internal job posting, and moved into HR. And from there, I started my HR journey. It was a wonderful journey. Got a lot of opportunities, worked as employee relations, worked as HR business partner. Then eventually I have moved on. So I got an opportunity in Bangalore, and I moved to Bangalore. My family stayed behind. They supported me. And I was staying in a PG there, working from Bangalore, and used to visit my family in 2 months. So that's how I have been. So struggles, yes, there were struggles. There were, issues. People used to say that you would not be able to make it. But what I feel is, if you have the determination, if you have a goal in your mind, the success will come your way. And you have to stay positive. There would be ups and downs, right? When you are down, you should not be, giving up. You should think that, this is not the end of the world. There are alternate options, and there are ample of opportunities to explore.
Right.
So here, people will try to push you back, that you come back. I said, no, I have to move on. So at that time, when I got into this position that yes, I can sustain a family, I can take care of a family, then my father said, okay, I think you have taken the right decision, and you can carry on with your career.
Wonderful. You mentioned 4 points, which is very, close to my heart. Your mom and dad supported. It was your idea that you gave to your dad, and he's like successful in that right now. That means फैमिली में अगर कोई भी हो, चाहे वो बेटा हो या माँ बाप हो, आप किसी को भी आइडिया दे सकते हो and they have to be open-heartedly accepting. वो nature होना चाहिए to open-hearted accept, and then idea turns into, you know, that idea is a seed, and now it goes to business. So that's brilliantly amazing. I love the third point that you mentioned was कि लोग आपको पीछे खींचते हैं. अब यहीं से मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है कि जब आप कोई भी बंदा आपको पीछे खींच रहा है कि यार मत कर या whatsoever negativity things, तो how you manage to pull yourself up and pull yourself ahead कि मुझे आगे बढ़ना है. तो वो जो सिचुएशन था जब आपको लोग या समाज या peer group या whatever situations trying to pull you back, what was the phase where you know manage yourself कि नहीं मेरे को आगे जाना है, वो क्या था? मतलब यूजुअली हम लोग पढ़ते हैं, आपको मैं बता देती हूँ, यूजुअली हम पढ़ते हैं, जैसे मैंने सर को बताया यूट्यूब पे हम पढ़ते हैं कि ऐसे करना है, पर कैसे करना है, मन में इतने सारे क्वेश्चन होते हैं, उसको हम पढ़े रखकर हम आगे कैसे बढ़े. तो दैट्स माय क्वेश्चन टू यू मैम. Over to you.
I think there is one portion of it is the upbringing part. The other part is the confidence that my mom has given to me in exploring the new avenues and doing things, supporting me to come forward to do the modeling career option, which is not a career, it was just one of my hobbies I wanted to do. In school, somebody told me that you can never do this.
Yes.
Somebody told me that you can never do this, and
Yes.
somebody else took part in the fashion show, and that pinched me. And I said that I will do this, and I have done it.
Yes.
So I've got pictures. I've got those, you know, thing. And after I have done it, I have done it. So now I've done it. I think there is something new which I have to explore now. I do not want to get into this industry at this point because I think, you know, you need more support there. Had I been in Guwahati, I would have pursued that career. But I think my father had a different plan for me, and that's why he pushed me that you go take those education and come back. But there was some other design which was there for me.
Yes.
Confidence. If you lose your confidence, then you will not be able to do it. You have to have that law of attraction. If you're optimistic that yes, something good is going to happen, and I am going to do this, that will come to you. If you keep on thinking that this is not going to happen, it doesn't work. It doesn't work this way. You keep on talking about giving that kind of thought process to your mind that okay, this is not going to happen. This doesn't work. This is a failure. So those are negative words. Those will always bound to make you fail. But if you're optimistic that yes, there is something which I can do, I think I can try another option. There are alternate available options that you can try, and that's how you move on. I'll give you an example of you know customer service. Okay, there can be a process which is already defined, but with that process, you may not have come across various other scenarios. You come across a peculiar scenario which is not laid down in the process. So you will try and find out possible ways and means to, you know, deliver by going above and beyond. That extra mile is the step, and that extra mile will come with your confidence and by being optimistic. And I think, you know, that's what has come to me from my mom, and I have seen her throughout my life, how she has worked and how she has raised my brothers and myself, and how she has supported me as the eldest one. She could have, you know, given her attention to the sons instead of me, but she has given her equal attention to all three of us, and I think that was the most important part, and that breaks all the stereotype because she has been a working woman, and I am a working woman, and I have got married to a person who has supported me throughout, you know, raising my kids. My in-laws have been supportive, and I think you attract all these things by being positive about it, by attracting, as I said, law of nature, right? Law of attraction. So it's all in there. If you have that mindset, you will automatically get it.
Perfect. तो आपने बताया कि आपके mom dad was very supportive. They are the pillars who actually, you know, have that much faith in you. Like, जाओ आपको जो करना है जी लो अपनी जिंदगी. But you have that much faith. These guys have that much faith in you, and hence the reason you feel very much confident. Like, okay, you are there. I don't want anybody else. तो वो तो है. पर यहाँ पे उन लोगों का क्या जो लोग लिखते हैं लिंक्डइन पे कि मैम हम लोगों को कोई सपोर्ट नहीं करते, when my mom dad is like you don't have to do anything, you just go and get married or whatever. A person want to become a doctor but वो नहीं कर पाते because mom dad समझते तो क्या करेंगे, फेल हो जाएगी. Irrespective of the gender, like female or male, there are a lot of people and parents are not supportive. So for those kind of people, आप क्या बोलना चाहोगे कि उन्हें अपनी लड़ाई कैसे लड़नी है? So that's my question to you.
Right.
Like,
That's a
what
very
should they
good
wait?
It has to be the person who wants to do it. If I would have chosen that I want to sit at home, my mom and dad would have supported me there also, right? I had this thing in my mind that I want to do something extra, I want to go somewhere, I want to achieve that mile. So they supported me. There are definitely people who would not have that much of opportunities and support. Even I did not have much in terms of financial support, right? Because we have also struggled, being a middle class family, we have struggled so much with the finances part. Later, when we opened the plant and it is up and running and we have done well. So for those people, I would like to give them a message that, they should just study hard and go for that aspiration that they have in their mind. If they know that they have to do this, the opportunities will come their way. They may not have support from the families, but they should go and have that talk with their parents that if I do this, this is how I'm going to achieve it. This is the mile that I'm going to reach. This is the step-by-step approach. You cannot have, complete 100% investment on a business or any job or any education at one go. It cannot be lavish. For a lot of people, they would not have finances with them. So they have to plan their journey in advance. They should know what they want to do. And they should have a plan B in them, that if this doesn't work, I have this plan B for me to go and take up the opportunity. Does this answer your question, Diksha?
Yes, part 1 will work. 2 इसका एक और क्वेश्चन है जो सब लोग पूछते हैं कि मेरे मन में ना बहुत सारे दुविधा है. जैसे अभी आपने बोला अपने लिए आपको खड़ा होना पड़ेगा. Go out and look for it. Sit with your parents and tell them, okay, these are the things I'm going to achieve. And ये होगा ही होगा. बस आप मुझे समय दे दीजिए, मैं करूँगा. But उस दौरान चलिए पेरेंट्स ने आपको समय दे दिया. Though they are not agreeing that you do that, but उन्होंने समय दे दिया आपको. फिर जो बीच का जो समय होता है जिसमें आपके पेयर ग्रुप बोलते हैं क्या ले लिया है, पागल है, कुछ नहीं होगा, इससे नहीं हो पाएगा. वो जो साइकोलॉजिकली प्रेशर है, योर पेरेंट इज नॉट विथ यू, आई मीन partially, but he's not. I mean, कुछ भी अगर आपने एक person भी गलत कर दिया, they will knew about it and they will say like forget everything, just come back to the work or whatever. So ये जो psychologically pressure है, ये कितना ज़रूरी है पर्सन को. और पर्सन क्योंकि आजकल आप देखोगे यूथ जो है, मिलेनियल्स जो है, वो सुसाइड कर लेते हैं, स्ट्रेस में चले जाते हैं, डिप्रेशन हो जाता है. एंड दे फॉरगेट लाइक यू हैव एक फेज होता है जब सूरज डूबता है तो वो सवेरा होगा, ये है. बट वो डूबने का जो पेन है, इस सतह पे रहने का जो पेन है, वो बहुत दर्दनाक होता है. एंड एवरीबडी कैन नॉट उसको नहीं झेल पाते. तो आपके लिए उन सभी यूथ के लिए क्या मैसेज है कि वो इस चीज़ को झेलें और एक दिन आपका सवेरा होगा. बट इसमें आपको किस तरीके से क्या रख के, जैसे होता है ना परसिवरेंस, पेशेंस, ये कैसे रखे जब सारी दुनिया आपके अगेंस्ट हो, तो उस समय को कैसे जितने भी गेस्ट हैं मैं उनसे वही क्वेश्चन पूछ रही हूँ जो नीश है. And you won't find anywhere on the YouTube like these are the real series that we are making. So this is my whole goal to make sure कि जितने लोग हमें सुने और आपसे इंस्पायर हो तो वो आपसे वही पॉइंट ले जो उनके मन में क्वेश्चन है. तो ये क्वेश्चन आप बताइए मैम कि मतलब उस फेज को कैसे कोई मैनेज करे. और उस फेज में बहुत सारी चीज़ें मन में होती है, ऐसे यंग क्या होगा फ्यूचर, फाइनेंस नहीं है, पेरेंट्स भी हेल्प नहीं कर रहे, और साइकोलॉजी, क्या मैं स्मोकिंग या ड्रिंकिंग में चले जाऊँ, क्या मैं किसी और गलत काम में चलूँ. तो एक इंडिविजुअल को उस दौरान क्या चीज़ें अपनानी चाहिए और वो उस ट्रबल वाले फेज को कैसे मैनेज करे. सो दैट्स द क्वेश्चन.
Definitely, thank you for that. I have always thought that कि मैं ये करूँगी, मुझे ये करना है और मुझे ये अचीव करना है. I have been always optimistic that I am going to achieve this and I can do this with the minimum, minimum opportunity that I have received during that time. So I would say I gave birth to my daughter. Just 15 days prior to my daughter was born, I lost my mom. So you can imagine, right? And the second baby came in, and just after her birth, 40 days later, my brother passed away. So there were times when I had to break down. But what inspired me is, your responsibilities, your family, because my husband was working with one organization and he had to leave the organization because he had medical issues. He had a slip disc. So there I took a lead because I told him that, we've got 2 daughters. You have got this medical issue. So no worries. It's fine. We can do something else. It would have been easier for me to break down because I have lost 2 eminent people from my life. And it would have been again easy for me to break down because after you deliver, you go through kind of a phase when you change completely. You change as a woman. Earlier you were a girl, you got married, and then you change. So, and then you came that phase came to your life when husband had to leave the job. So I had to stand up. I had to tell them that, okay, no worries. I'm there to support. I am there to support, and I'll take care of this. So I continued from there. My kids were my inspiration. My husband was my inspiration. I saw that my in-laws are there. In-laws have been so supportive. And I thought that, if they are doing this for me, I have the freedom to go ahead and do it. I can take a lead. So the charity begins at home, right?
Yes.
Because if you are able to inculcate that behavior inside your home, I think you are responsible. You have come out as a responsible person in the society. You have made certain changes in your home front, and with that vibe, my daughters will be learning those things, and they will be inculcating these things in the behavior in the time to come. And I'm sure in the generations to come, if we are able to do this the way you are doing this and spreading the word, I think people will learn and people will get inspired and people will be able to do what we have done and what we have achieved. And I'm sure there are several other leaders. You will see a lot of people, the celebrities who talks during podcast interviews, and you have to go through it. How you go inch by inch and go extra mile, step by step, is your choice. You have 2 choices.
Wonderful.
Right?
That's
So one is a choice to get drunk, be addicted. The other choice is to make the society a better one, give back and succeed.
Wow. I mean, I'm sorry, मुझे नहीं पता था जो अभी आपने बताया. But you lost great people in your life. I feel really bad because that pain is beyond imagination. Right. I can understand. I mean, one of the guests told me the same story. I mean, she lost her mom when she just started working. So I completely understand. The pain of losing your mom is, that's the moment where you feel like कुछ नहीं है life में, कुछ नहीं छोड़ो बस खत्म हो गई life, right? But you have achieved a lot, you have overcome those, and then you achieve like, okay, I have to do it. And these hardships will definitely be lead example for people out there, which is amazing. All right, Natasha ji, last question. Second last primarily, but the second last question to you. जैसे हम लोग देखते हैं कि आपने पहले अपना बताया कि आप ट्रेनर से स्टार्ट करिए, right? And you move to HR, and you have this. I mean, you have this when I closely work with you, So you have this here, like you have a wonderful aura. You have a very positive aura around you, like कोई भी आएगा आपसे तो बोलेंगे I really want to learn from her and she's so poised. मतलब वो कहते हैं ना कि मीठी वाली बोलिए. So when you say very politely, very gently, so people will love you for XYZ reason. I really want to become like you. So the point here is कि जैसे आपका ट्रांजिशन वो कैसे हुआ, मतलब आपने क्या सोचा था कि I want to become like HR, or is the factors that you have within you as an individual from trainer to HR, वो जो shift था आपका वो कैसे हुआ और आपको कैसे लगा कि if I'm developing these 2 machines, training the machines is easy, but training human is not at all, and then managing human is not at all. So what's your thinking, what's your shift, and how you learned that much in HR? So that's the question.
Very good question. Thank you again.
Yeah.
So, Diksha, training and HR are almost I would say that the transition that has happened, I always wanted to be in HR, by the way, as soon as I got into the corporate sector. And I saw that there are ample of opportunities. HR is not only women's job. HR, we have everybody. We have all kind of people who are working in HR. I did not have an HR degree. Did not have that. But the experience that I have and the kind of people that I have managed, because people manage, it's not people management, it's people leadership actually. Because you're not managing your people, you're leading by example. So when I was training batches after batches and after batches, I have always been with people and I know how they feel, where they come from, what is the bent of mind when they are really not happy about something, or they may have certain complaints about something. I knew all this, so I know that okay, I can do this part. So I got an opportunity. I always wanted to be in HR, and I saw that, you know what, MBA, I don't have an MBA, so what do I do now? But I applied for the opportunity. The kind of questions which have been asked, I was able to answer those questions. I was shortlisted for it, and then I got into it. Then came to my mind that now when I'm in HR, I will be studying something so that I can up my skill, enhance my skill throughout. Because if you continue without your skill, without any skill, the kind of skills that you require, then you would not be able to achieve what you want to achieve. I don't want to achieve levels, definitely. I would like to be a leader in the time to come, in the same industry which I have taken at this point. And I want to learn each and every aspect of HR. So training is also part of HR organizations. They also coordinate for trainings, and it comes into the role itself. So I think I got the expertise, I got the training background, and then I moved into HR. Initially, I started with employee relations, which was again people. I used to coordinate with people, connect with them, and after that, I got the opportunity to become an HR VP plus employee relations. So, and from there, my career started, and I think.
Amazing. So and everything, right? So last question to you, Natasha जी, कि कितना hard है resource handle करना? मतलब मुझे ऐसा personally लगता है कि human resource toughest job, because you manage business, you contribute to business, you understand that, and same time you have to understand people, which is very hard. Machines में emotions नहीं है, but human में है, and they might have assertiveness, they anger, and many things. So as people out there who probably listen to you, जैसे किसी को अगर HR लीडर बनना है तो क्या क्वालिटी होनी चाहिए तब आप बन सकते हो, या फिर क्योंकि उनका क्वेश्चन यही होता है कि if I want to be a leader, I do have these quality, but becoming an HR leader is बिल्कुल different. तो आपके नज़रिए में आप उनको क्या बताना चाहोगे कि अगर आपको एक सक्सेसफुल HR लीडर या CHR फ्यूचर में बनना है तो ये चीज़ आप में क्वालिटी होनी चाहिए, नहीं है तो invite दो. So over to you, Mandik. What other qualities is required for an HR leader?
The quality of a person to be a HR leader, first and foremost, will be what is the level of confidence you have. Second, how much is the level of patience that you have, right? Because HR job doesn't come that okay, everything is very, very good. No, it's not like that. There are times when you're handling the grievances, you will be coming across situations where they are coming to you with a problem, and you should know how to handle that situation. You have to listen to the people. You have to be an active listener. You have to have the patience. You have to have the confidence in you that yes, you are there to help them, or you are there to support them, right? That is when people are coming to you with grievances. Then you have to be very thorough with your data. Your eye to detail has to be accurate when you are handling data of people as an HR VP. You have to be taking care of skill in terms of how the Excel works and Microsoft Office works. Those things have to be there with you little bit. It is not a rocket science. It's not a rocket science. Anybody who is coming to the HR fraternity has experience, little bit of experience in people management and customer service experience as well, because I have been part of the customer service industry earlier. So with those kind of experience, anybody can be trained to be an HR professional. Yes, they should also keep on enhancing their skills, because there are times when they have to do management studies. I have enrolled myself. It's not too late. After two daughters and after getting married for so long, I have enrolled for my management diploma with NMIMS. So I think you just have to plan, and you just have to do it with perseverance. You have to come with a goal that, okay, this year I will achieve this. I want to move into the HR function. You give your interview, give your best shot. Your data accuracy, your people management, your perseverance, your patience, and the confidence. I think this will really help you.
These 5 success model. Okay ma'am, last question I mean, because 5 सक्सेस मंत्र तो हमने अपना लिया, जैसे कॉन्फिडेंस है, परसेवरेंस है, मेरे को ये क्लास लेनी है, मैंने सीख लिया. अब इसके बाद अगर जैसे मैं ऑन ग्राउंड कुछ काम करूँ, नीड सम टिप्स. जैसे मैंने सब कुछ सीख लिया, मैं कॉन्फिडेंस भी है, ये भी है, पर कितना चैलेंजिंग, जैसे आप HR लीडर हो, राइट, कितना चैलेंज है इमोशंस हैंडल करना, नॉट फ्रॉम योर साइड बट फ्रॉम पीपल हु इज़ एक्चुअली द वर्क फोर्स का पार्ट. अगर उनके इमोशनल वो बहुत परेशान है या गुस्से में, तो एक HR लीडर को वो कैसे, वो जो एक ऐसा वर्क प्लेस एनवायरनमेंट बन जाता है जहाँ पे कोई गुस्सा है या कोई रो रहा है, उस चीज़ को कैसे मैनेज करें एज एन HR पर्सन. सो दैट्स इम्पोर्टेंट, राइट.
Right. So take the person out.
जी.
Take the person for a break. If you are the only one who the person has come to, talk to the person, hear them out. What is the issue that they are facing?
Sure.
And find out what else is coming up from them. What is the exact issue? Because you have to get into the root cause of it. If you do not go into the root cause, you do not know what has happened. So you may have to take that person out for a tea or coffee in the breakout area. Talk to them at length. Find out what else, because there are times when a person may get upset in the office environment because of some personal issue which may have come across. So you might have to ask them, is there anything else that is bothering you at this point of time, or anything which has made you upset? After you have got into the root cause, you may have to get your HR leaders into connect, because if there is a grievance which the employee has come up with, you may have to take right action.